Hey everybody, welcome to the Mass Retirees Weekly Update. Today's Friday, March 19th. I'm Sean Duhamel. Before I get into the news of the week, let me first remind all of you, and particularly those of you who are insured through the state's Group Insurance Commission. So whether you are a state retiree, a state employee, a municipal worker, a municipal retiree who receives your insurance through the state GIC, this message is specifically for you. A week from today, next Friday, March 26th at 1 p.m., we are holding a very special telephone town hall event featuring the GIC's UniCare plan or plans. And most specifically, we're going to be joined by our good friend, UniCare Executive Director, David Morales. Now, David Morales is the big boss at UniCare. He's been on the job for a little bit over a year now. Some of you might be a little bit familiar with David's background, and I say our good friend because Frank Valeri and Tom Bonarigo and Nancy McGovern and I and Bill Reary, we've all known David for many years. David used to be a staffer on Beacon Hill. That's where I first met him. More importantly, David is a native of Lynn, Mass., where Frank Valeri is from. Frank has known David since he was a kid. So we all go way back with David, and he's a very engaging, very bright guy. And we're delighted to have the opportunity to speak directly with him, and more importantly, for you to hear directly from him, and for you to be able to ask him questions yourselves and get a direct answer from the big boss of an insurance company that's so vitally important to thousands of our members. Now, UniCare, of course, is the most popular insurance plan that the GIC offers in terms of retiree enrollment. UniCare runs and manages the optional Medicare extension plan, the OME plan, that insures over 70,000 retirees, spouses, and survivors. So it's an extremely important plan for all of our members across the board. So again, we are delighted to have David joining us and be able to talk about what's going on with UniCare, talk about the insurance marketplace, what you need to know, some tips on how members can more easily navigate some of the confusion that exists out there in terms of health insurance and health care, and answer your questions directly and clearly, just to give you a better sense of what's going on and some peace of mind with all of this stuff. So on Friday, March 26th, 1 o'clock is the event. Now, again, there are two ways that you can participate. One is by calling the toll-free number that is published in the newsletter. We publish it in every single newsletter. It's also contained within today's email blast that contains this video message that was sent to all of you. And we also have another way for you to participate, and that's by receiving the automated phone call that comes out from me at the time of the event. So it'll be 1 o'clock on Friday. If we have your phone number and you're a Mass Retirees member, you will get an automated call from me asking you to simply stay on the line, and you'll be automatically connected to the meeting. These meetings are free of charge for Mass Retirees members. There's absolutely no cost to you. It doesn't cost you anything to either dial in or answer the phone, and you can join the call anytime you want during that hour, or if something comes up, you can always leave. These meetings are always very well attended. On average, we have over 2,000 members participating in each one of these sessions. So they've been a big hit. It's something that we're going to continue to do, even though I cannot wait to be able to see all of you guys again face to face and get out there and shake hands and reconnect with a lot of old friends that we all here at Mass Retirees miss all of you dearly. And I'm so happy that there's some light at the end of the tunnel. But that being said, keep being safe. Follow all of the public health guidelines, get vaccinated. We're all going to make it through this. So let me jump into the message of the week. Now, we're getting a lot of calls in the office, and Cheryl Stillman in particular, and she asked me if I could remind all of you about this very important information. Right now is the Medicare Advantage open enrollment period. And the open enrollment period for Medicare Advantage goes all the way through the end of March to March 31st. And you may have noticed, if you're watching TV or even looking at your mail, a lot of our members have been receiving a lot of junk mail related to these different Medicare Advantage plans. And it's the same as these television commercials or radio ads that you may have noticed. And they are inviting you to join Medicare Advantage plans. Well, first and foremost, don't do it. Ignore these ads. If you get something in the mail, throw it in the garbage. Unless something comes to you from the Group Insurance Commission or from UniCare or Harvard Pilgrim or Tufts or Fallon, or if you're a local retiree, Blue Cross Blue Shield, which our friends at Blue Cross Blue Shield, as well as all of these insurance companies, do a fantastic job on your behalf. Absolutely fantastic job. You do not need to enroll in these private sector Medicare Advantage plans. Not only do you not need to, it's our opinion that you should not enroll in these local or these private sector Medicare Advantage plans. It's our opinion that they are inferior insurance products to what you currently have available to you. And while it may seem attractive because many of these plans have relatively low monthly premiums, so of course price is always something that's attractive to all of us, but you need to ask yourself, why is it so inexpensive? What makes this so cheap? And without getting into the details, it's pretty much self-explanatory. Buyer beware, and I hate to cast a broad net over all of these things, but it's our opinion that these insurance products that you're seeing advertised under the Medicare Advantage ads are inferior to the insurance products that you currently have available and that most of you are currently enrolled in. Now, we are very, very fortunate that here in Massachusetts, for really our entire state, but specifically for retired public employees, that you have some of the best quality, most affordable health insurance plans available anywhere. And that's not to say that they're not without problems, because everything in life has its pros and its cons, and it has its problems, ups and downs, any way you want to characterize it. And we have been concerned, and we've articulated our concern with the GIC and with local officials that in many cases, some of the insurance products that are being offered now are becoming unaffordable for many of our members, particularly when you look at the co-payments and deductibles. They're getting pretty expensive. However, the quality is second to none. Whether you're enrolled in Blue Cross Blue Shield at the local level or in UniCare or one of the other products out there, all of the plans by and large that are available here in Massachusetts are fantastic. You do not need and you shouldn't enroll in these other plans. So ignore it, throw it in the garbage. If you have a question, call us. We're here. And I know I'm beating a drum constantly on this, but it's so very important. We want to make sure that we're accessible to you. And if you have a question or a problem related to your pension or your health insurance, reach out to us. We will try to help you any way we can. Cheryl Stillman, her telephone number is right on the back of your membership card. She's been stuck at home now for the past year, and she delights at the fact when the phone rings. It really gives her something to do and gives her purpose, and she is very, very good at her job. And those of you who have interacted with Cheryl, you know that. You know that she goes out of her way to help you and is a fierce defender of your rights as a public retiree. So something comes up, give one of us a call. We're here to help. We're here to answer your questions. But whatever you do not enroll in one of these Medicare Advantage plans. If you do so, you're going to automatically disenroll yourself from the GIC or your local health insurance plan. You can't be in both. And from time to time, and thankfully these problems don't come up very often, but from time to time we have members that make that mistake and they enroll in the plan that they shouldn't. And we're usually able to undo that mistake, but it takes a lot of work and a lot of heartache and a lot of sleepless nights from the member side when that happens. So we don't want anyone to go through that. So whatever you do not enroll in one of these plans. The last thing I want to mention is just a reminder for everybody. When you turn 65, that normally triggers the eligibility for Medicare. And here in Massachusetts, if you are a public retiree, you have to enroll in Medicare A and B if you are to stay on the state or your local health insurance plan. That's the state law. It's been the state law for many years. In most cases, our members are better off being on Medicare. It's going to save you some money. The quality of the plan is nearly identical to the non-Medicare plan, and it's going to save you a lot of money, particularly if you are someone who's accessing your health care. So you're going to doctor's appointments, you're having tests, those sorts of things. The co-payments and the deductible under Medicare are a lot less expensive than the non-Medicare plan. So that's why we always encourage people, as soon as you can, get enrolled in Medicare. And in addition to that, it's also state law. Now, I know that we have thousands of members out there, particularly who are insured through the GIC, who are not eligible for Medicare, despite the fact that you're 65. These are folks who never earned the 40 quarters to qualify for Medicare. Finding a way to get you enrolled in Medicare is amongst our top priorities for the current legislative session. We're doing everything we can to work with the GIC and now work with the state legislature to force this issue to move forward. At the local level, we have Blue Cross Blue Shield and Maya in many cities and towns already enrolling or buying in for their non-Medicare retirees to get you enrolled into Medicare. So at the local level, the problem is really fixing itself. And we're very grateful for the work that's being done out there. And we're hopeful that we can continue to work with the GIC to get this resolved for the 10,000 or so, give or take, retirees who are non-Medicare eligible under the state plan. So with that, I'm going to wrap up for today. But again, please join with us next Friday, the 26th, 1 o'clock, our Tele-Town Hall event featuring UniCare and Executive Director David Morales. It's going to be a wonderful hour. I hope you can join with us. In the meanwhile, stay safe and thank you for your continued support of our association. Bye-bye.